Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Legion of X issue number 1. I had to check it out, right? And I'm kind of glad I did because it wasn't bad, right? I can't argue that it's bad in any way. It's a weird concept, but it is what it is. Anyways, talk about who made this comic book. We'll go on from there. Cy Spurrier is the writer, and Jan Basildoa is the artist. Federico Blee on colors, and VC's Clayton Cowles doing the letters. Designed by Tom Mueller and Jay Bowen. Wow. Also, they got Dike Ruan and Matthew Wilson doing the cover art. Cool. Cool. Oh, a whole bunch of variant covers out there, including Lashley, who's got a lot of stuff coming out. Ken Lashley, that is. Anyway, it was nice to see Nightcrawler again. Love his goatee. Realistically, you put Nightcrawler for more than 5 pages in a book, I'm pretty much sold. We're good. Let's go. You know, he's hanging out, he's talking to some people and whatever. They're basically, this is the info dump. They're telling you the important stuff, which is, I guess it's a good thing. I don't like that these X books just have so many white pages, right? Like, it was cool and it was nifty in the beginning when you were trying to solve some things and figure some things out, but Hickman's not really doing this anymore. So you know that there's nothing really big and surprising and magical, mystical going on anymore, right? There's no high science or high thought really put into this stuff. It's just a comic book and it's all right at this point, you know? So honestly, in my opinion, get rid of the white pages. Just finito. Done. All right? I don't need to see any more white pages. But that's just me. What do I know? The art in this was fantastic. Anytime you see anybody named Basil Doe, you know it's going to be pretty good. So, hey, there's that. Having Federico Bellì doing the art on here always brings a smile to my face, right? Every single time. This is one of those guys who's going to go on, and maybe we're going to see him actually do some drawing pretty soon too. Maybe Marvel will actually pay him to do that. We'll see. He's actually good at both if you follow him on Facebook. Anyway, he's a good guy, and yeah, we say nice things to each other. But there's a reason why I say nice things to him. He's just like, I don't know why he says nice things about me. We'll find out one day. Anyway, maybe we'll have him on air one of these days, and he can help me review one of his own books. I bet he says it's really good, but he'd be right. My favorite part about this book was actually with Forget Me Not, which is funny because he's a character who I always seem to forget about. Apropos name, perhaps? Yes, I do believe so. I like the stuff that he's doing with this new mutant character. Quick Sabretooth reference. Hey, respect. But our Sabretooth's preferred punishment, I suppose, would be. I really liked the way this was played out. It was something just completely out of nowhere. It didn't necessarily have anything to do with the book. Maybe this guy will be in the book as a permanent thing. Maybe it's going to lead to something else. Honestly, I neither know nor care. I just love the idea that this was in here. It was a great little aside, taking away from the stuff that's actually happening in the book, right? Because right now there's so much stuff happening in the X-verse, you know? So much, and I can't, for the life of me, I can't keep following along with all the crazy stuff that's happening. And a lot of the storylines people are telling me are really bad. Do you think? But it is what it is. You know, for me, I just think there's so much going on with the X-verse. Hey, if you're a fan of the X-verse and the X characters, you're just like, hey, more fodder. You don't like this book? There's this book over here, right? And you're not wrong. You're not. I am curious, though. I am going to need a little bit of help from you guys. Why was Juggernaut allowed to stay on the island? Because I remember the Fabian guy, he went and did that, the 1/5 issue limit series, and at the end of the day, they showed that he can't stay on the island because he's not a mutant, which is disrespectful, racists, but it is what it is, you know? I'm very curious. Why is he on the island now? Is that actually him? Is it automaton? Is Arcade doing some stuff? Is he suddenly a mutant now? Anyway, I am interested in knowing. So if you guys could, leave that in the comments, give me a heads up, I would genuinely appreciate it. Anyway, and which issue, if you remember. If you don't, I understand. But which issue of which book that happened? All in all, I'm going to give this comic book a good thumbs up. I enjoyed it. The art was fantastic. It's funny. I'm sorry. I gotta talk. There's a reason why I say so many good things about Blee. The background scenery looks like background scenery. The foreground scenery looks like foreground scenery. Imaginations or thoughts that are visualized, imaged in here, you can tell right away by the blandness of the colors, right? The one-tonedness of the colors, the muting colors sometimes. The colors give the comic book life in a way that the pencils almost do not deserve. But again, when you have a Basil Doa on a book, you know that it's going to be some incredible line art. And when you have a great penciler / inker and a fantastic color artist, you have got a solid comic book. And all that's left is make sure it's not boring, make sure the plot actually, moves, make sure the dialogue doesn't just stink it up to high heaven. After that, you're golden. Guys, this was, all in all, a really good book. I enjoyed it. I think that you guys will enjoy it too. To me, that's a relief, because honestly, it's a very strange concept. Legion did this stuff. Okay, cool. Weird, but cool. But it's always good and refreshing when a series hasn't been doing great, when it's been falling, lower and lower, and then all of a sudden you get a rare gem. I don't know how valuable this gem is, but this first issue just made me happy. I'll talk to you guys later. Like the video and watch an ad. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.